The South African Municipal Workers Union in the North West accusing municipalities across the province of prioritising service providers at the expense of workers. Municipalities such as Mamusa, Maquassi and the Ditsobotla have been struggling to pay workers in recent months. The union saying even when salaries are paid, they paid late. Management fails to inform the workers. We're now joined by Olaotse Bojosinyane, and this is the municipal manager at the Ditsobotla Municipality. Good evening to you, sir, and thank you very much for your time. Let's start with how long workers have not been paid in that municipality.
Good evening, sir. And currently, as the situation stands, we don't owe any municipality salary. We are up to date with that particular part.
All right, so workers are up to date in terms of their salaries. Were there any delays at any point in terms of them being paid their salaries?
Yes, they were delayed specifically during specifically during March. And then this is as a result of that there was an attachment of our bank account by South African Revenue Services. So according to the plan, we were supposed to have paid salaries, and in that particular regard, we were unable to pay the salaries at that stage.
Yeah, and why was the bank account of the municipality attached?
Remember, this is a historical issue. We've got South African Revenue Services is one of the creditors of the municipality. And as a result, there and there, we lag behind with the payments. And then in terms of what transpired, arrangements were made, and then we had to prioritize South African Revenue Services.
And so you owed SARS. It's as simple as that. You owed SARS money, and SARS decided to attach your bank account. Why did you owe SARS? What happened?
As a municipal manager, and then also the current administration, if inherited a backlog of debts, and then the municipality is indebted to a number of creditors. So those credits are historical debts, which we are currently attempting to settle them as and when there's a sufficient amount in our accounts.
I hear what you're saying, but the information is sort of coming in drips and drabs. These are historic debts. If they are historic debts, were you there when these debts were accumulating? And what is the source behind debt accumulation?
The Ditsobotla local municipality on its own is under debt review, and then also in terms of the Constitution, Section 139 of the Municipal Finance Management Act, we are also as a recovery plan. So the reasons why the provincial government introduced that particular section, it was because of inability of the municipality to attend or to be able to self-sustain itself. And then as a result, that was an intervention. So when you look at our historical debts, it's something which emanates or come from as back as around 2018, 17, 16. And then some of these particular debts in terms of they've been accumulating as a result of such. And then as a municipal manager, one way or the other, you need to make to do proper arrangement in order for you to attend and also to satisfy those particular previous debts. So as a result of such, we are still dealing with that particular debts or with those particular debts. South African Revenue Services is not only the institution in which we owe, there are a number of them.
Okay, so then in comes the South African Municipal Workers Union, and it says that instead of prioritizing workers of the municipality in terms of paying them salaries because they are continuing to work, you are prioritizing service providers. Is that allegation true?
No, we definitely deny that particular allegation, but however, we can maintain the fact that although we understand that we are lagging behind with certain debts, but in terms of their salaries, up until to date, we don't owe any salary, except to say that we'll be also making sure or seeing to it that on the 25th of this particular month, we have to pay that particular salaries.
The service providers, is anything owed to them as we speak?
Yes, there are a number of service providers which are owed, like I'm saying, and then like I'm saying, South African revenues among them, and also those and those, and also there are those which are owing we are owing service providers. Our debtors book is very high, and then it's acceptable to say that we've got debts which we have to satisfy, and then as and when we have raised money, because with the current administration, political administration, we are accelerating in our revenue collections, and then putting system in place where make sure that at least now and then we pay our service providers as well as the municipal employees.
Mm. And the understanding is that there at times are factional fights, if you like, between the ANC and the EFF, and this at times threatens the stability of the municipality. Is that a reality that you still face?
I will deny that particular fact, because politically the ANC is the municipal mayor, and then the EFF is the speaker of the council, where everything currently is running properly and smoothly.
Mm. All right, so the Freedom Front Plus is incorrect when they allege that there is instability politically within this municipality, and that's why at times it finds itself in deep trouble.
I remember in one of the council meetings which I attended, there was an outcry that the Freedom Front Plus councillors are not attending the council. And then the speaker was informed, or alternatively in terms of the rules of the councils, that they need to bring those particular guys into the books to say, what is the situation about the councillors who are earning salaries but they are not attending the council? And then the speaker was encouraged to take necessary action against those who are not coming to the council.
Yeah. All right, finally, as I let you go, sir, the Ditsobotla Municipality, there was a Section 139 which was instituted against this municipality, and suggestions were that even this intervention failed to rescue this struggling municipality. Can you tell us more about that Section 139?
Look, I think maybe that particular question, it needs to be directed to the office of the MEC of the local government, because my understanding when I came here, as to the question of struggling or not struggling, the report has been submitted to them, but under the circumstances, we have the PER's provincial executive representatives, which are coming from the office of the current, or they are coming from the office of the provincial finance department, and then they are assisting the municipality with everything which it is needed from our side. But the reports with regard to Section 139, I think maybe the question will be squarely be placed or be able to be answered by the office of the MEC of local government. But under the circumstances, as a municipality, we are functioning under the leadership of Mayor Molefemu Rutse. And then the systems are in place, or the system have been put in place in order for the municipality to can function properly. Even today, I can safely submit to say to you that we went for public participation, and other political parties like Freedom Front Plus and DA, they were not part of this, and all other political parties who comprise of the municipal council were in attendance.
Yeah. All right. But as things stand, that municipality still is under Section 139, which is basically that it is under administration.
No, it's literally under recovery. I'm under Section 154 and also Section 139 of MFMA.
Which means what?
Which means that the provincial provincial treasurer as well as national treasurer. They are assisting the municipality with specifically with regarding to the financial recovery plan.
Well, thank you very much for your time this evening. The municipal manager at Ditsobotla Municipality, Olaotse Bojosinyane, talking to us there. It is a municipality that is clearly struggling financially, and the suggestion, though, is that tonight, as we speak, workers are paid and that municipality is up to date as per the salaries of the workers. But the municipal workers, the union, suggesting otherwise. And so if they feel that this is perhaps untrue, what is being told to us tonight, you're welcome to come through and talk to us.